Hey everyone, it's Derek from at the edge of the woods. Just wanted to give you guys a little early fall, end of summer walkthrough of what our garden spaces look like here. So here at the front we have some garden beds and some pots and some bags, kind of just full of some different things we're working on. So we've got herbs of different varieties in here. Oregano, that was good. In our little bags here, Cindy's got a lot of stuff going. This is beets and collards. There's some carrots in here. This one, these look like corn. We got more carrots in this one. And then guess what? More carrots in this one. Over here, we've got bok choy. We've got lemongrass. Potatoes over here, growing out of these bags. Over here, we don't really have much growing yet, but we've got lettuce seeds. We'll see what comes up there. Same thing here, more lettuce seeds. Here we do have some lettuce growing. We love having our own lettuce, it's so good. And these are radishes, turnips. Daikon radish. These are daikon radishes. And this one, we had beet seeds. Now we collards, and then more carrots. We do eat a lot of carrots, so being able to grow those is good. And then some end of summer things. We've still got a lot of tomatoes growing. Not all of them have ripened, so we'll see if they're able to get ripe. And flowers for color. More tomatoes. Again, not necessarily ripe, but lots growing. Look at this guy. Some blossom end drop maybe there. Maybe just split. Rose bush. End of the season. Our fig tree didn't get real big this year, but it does look good. Looks healthy. It has figs. It's good. We'll see if any of the figs become edible this year. I know there's a couple on here somewhere. There's one. There's a few down here. Fig. There's a fig. There's a fig. So hopefully they get a little bit bigger and I'm able to enjoy those. I do like some figs. Cucumber. We got one cucumber left. We've got a whole basket of cucumbers inside. More carrots. Hopefully they grow well. We've got peas growing on here. Those look good. We got lettuce growing with the peas. And carrot seeds back in the middle, hiding in there. Over here we've got some arugula. It's good for coming out and picking and putting on some sandwiches. And then more carrots. Forage plant. We got a basil right here. And some little cherry grape tomatoes down here. Fruit tree did well this year, didn't produce any fruit though. So this guy got pretty big, so I'm gonna have to trim it up in the winter season. Lavender here. Jalapenos. Blueberry bush. Again, didn't get really any blueberries, but it's first full season being here, so moved in from the city. More plants and things planted along here. Another blueberry bush. Again, didn't really get any blueberries, but it's all right. Some more herbs. So good. And back here, we've been clearing out a little bit of space. Planting a lot of flowers in the front here. Flowers look good except for this guy, this sunflower. Fell over. But we've got some plants planted in the back here. We've done some native planting. These are quaking aspen right here. Cool looking tree when it gets bigger, and we got a partner for him here, another quaking aspen. So we had that behind the butterfly bush, but the quaking aspen look really cool once they get a little bit bigger. Another butterfly bush here. This butterfly bush keeps getting eaten by rabbits. Rabbits come out of their little burrows, chop down some of the butterfly bush and drag it back into its burrow. In fact, the bunny burrows are significant, as I did put my foot in one the other day, but there are several little bunny burrows around here. So, gotta be careful. It's like waiting to fall into a pit of doom here. So, and then we put together a little heart-shaped labyrinth. So this is a little heart-shaped labyrinth that Cindy put together with the kids. So Cindy's got some fennel seed. I want to show it. Those are seeds for fennel. Cindy says it smells good. It does not smell good. It smells like licorice, like black licorice, which is not good, at least not for me. But this is a birdhouse we made and painted over the summer. These are marigolds and some fun looking nasturtiums. When we lived in the city, nasturtiums grew like crazy, and out here they just haven't blown up like that. So we'll see what's going on. This is a bay leaf tree. Small, but will grow bigger. We've got all these ferns that grow in here too. These guys, they're like a constant battle. They take over. See, they're everywhere. There's more. Okay, here's another one. What a surprise! So here's some little zinnias. They did not get very tall, but they look good. See, here's more nasturtium leaves, but no more flowers. We got these zinnias. Here's a bigger zinnia. Kind of cool because it's like a flower and then little flowers in the flower. And then we've got these little pink flowers. This is phlox. Very pretty, very cute. You can see we've got more of this friggin' fern everywhere. And then we've got this sage.
Divided chives.
Cindy divided a bunch of chives. Here's one little bunch of them. There's a bunch of chives.
Mustard seed.
And these are mustards. Who knows? Maybe we'll make our own condiments one day.
Huh.
Probably not. A bunch of irises here. Back to the rosemary.
Mint.
Catmint back here. Catmint. And blueberries, and we've just got a lot of different stuff growing together here. Oregano. More oregano. More blueberry. And then in the background, we've got evergreen huckleberry mixed with blackberry and a filbert tree. So one of our goals for next season is to tear this apart and make it a little bit easier to access each of the different plants. This giant friggin' leafy dinosaur plant is comfrey. What is comfrey good for? All I know is it's good for composting. So you chop it up and just drop it in the soil with your other plants. Cindy tells me this is medicinal. It can heal broken arms. Apparently, you just wrap your arm up in it. Not a doctor, don't take my medical advice, but it seems a little fishy if you ask me. Here's some black-eyed Susans we had growing. There's some yarrow back here. More lavender. Lavender is one of our favorite plants. Here's another tree we have. Cindy's very proud of these black-eyed Susans that she started from seed. And then this taller guy right here, this one, that's a bee balm. So always good to start stuff from seeds. We always like that. This one is what now? Purslane. I've never heard of that. Oh, eat it like lettuce. Okay, that's good. This is our pear tree. Pear tree did okay. Had a lot of rust this year, so gotta see what we can do for it next year. Did grow decent though. Not as good as the plum tree, which again was humongous. And then we've got another little patch here that we can use to grow some stuff next year. As you can see, this fern has already decided to take hold here. So we'll just grab this guy. Look how big these things get. And he's got a blackberry. That picked fresh off the vine today. Oh.
Huckleberry, that's the berry, I guess.
These are the evergreen huckleberries. These are edible. My understanding is not very sweet. Oh, that's blackberry juice on my finger. I don't know where from. I didn't touch a blackberry. Here's our greenhouse. Let's go inside this thing. Oh, we've got some plants that need to get cut back on the outside. It's trying to prevent us from entering. Oh, thank you. Directly inside on the ground here, we've got cauliflower and marigolds and mushrooms. Oh, that's cool. We've got some lettuces down here. And look, more mushrooms, more fungus, more fungi. Tomato plant here. 2 tomatoes of very different sizes. And then the back here, we've got cabbage. So hopefully that turns out. Cindy's been struggling with the cabbage due to some pests. So hopefully you'll be able to get this one. Over here, we've got sweet potatoes and a fern. Oh my gosh, what a surprise. What a surprise, we got a fern. And sweet potatoes. And then we've got pepper plants. So this one is the poblano. We've got some good poblanos on here. A little bit smaller, but this is a good size one. And we've got a bunch in here. 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 There's a whole bunch. We've got some red poblanos. And then we've got some purple bells. Again, varying sizes here, but still edible. This is how real fruit grows. This is how stuff grows. It's not like it is in the grocery store. We've got this little guy here, which is a cauliflower. Cindy interplanted the cauliflower because the peppers we're going to try and keep. Peppers in the Northwest typically sold as an annual, but can be kept as a perennial if you're savvy enough. And we're going to try and keep some of these pepper plants so that they can produce next year. These are cayenne peppers, so just eat these right off the vine if you dare. Spicy. I know they're not habanero spicy, which we're also growing, but we've got Anaheim chili. We picked all these yesterday, so all you can see is like this little tiny one up here if I can get it. But we got some of those picked yesterday. And we've got the sweet banana. Again, picked most of this yesterday, so not really much here. This little guy's not really gonna do a very good job of explaining what a banana pepper is. It's very tiny. And then we've got jalapeno. So again, another jalapeno plant. Jalapeno, not my favorite pepper, but very popular for its flavor. So we've got a lot of jalapenos. You can see some of them growing in the back there. Back around. So a good plant to grow. That's the greenhouse. Again, not huge, but productive. This giant plant we need to cut back. Let me just step back here. Keep stepping back. Is hot lips. And it is great for hummingbirds. They will come up and feed on it. We can see it from the window, so it's very nice. This is a red flax. I guess most flax plants end up being blue, but this is a red one. That's pretty cool. There's a rose. Cindy's still able to keep it growing here. Like, this is going to bloom soon. Very pretty. It smells great. Walk through our little gate here. Oh, not yet. What? We got what?
Lemon balm.
Lemon balm. This is good. It smells good. I don't know. I wouldn't eat it. Smells good though. Time. Don't run out of time. Don't worry, we won't. Carrots. More carrots. All right, over here we've got this yellow flowering plant down here, which is
A yellow.
a yellow chamomile. All right, put you to sleep. Oh. Cindy says you can use this to dye different materials. I'm guessing a yellow color. Makes sense. Got a lot growing in here. We've got this giant thing right here, which is an elderberry. Instead of growing straight up, he's growing straight out. And here we've got I think it's a Hubbard squash. A small Hubbard squash. A little more bugs on me. Got lots of squash plants. Coneflower. One little coneflower. This is a thornless blackberry. So we've had these in the city and now we want to try and grow them again out here. a little bit easier to pick versus getting pricked by the regular blackberries. Sunflowers. Oh, pretty cool color compared to like the sunflowers you normally see on TV and things. A lady die bean. A lady die bean. You might be confused because there's no beans on here, but there are up here. It's a type of bean. You can eat these, and we do. They're a little bit different because they almost get like fuzzy. This is, you guessed it, asparagus. Oh, you didn't guess asparagus? That's okay. It never looks like this in the store. This is asparagus. It grows up. This is our second year having it. It grows up and it gets these red berries. These are actually like the seeds. So if you wanted to plant asparagus from seed, this is how you would do that. And you got to be careful because this plant can actually attract a pest that looks very similar to ladybugs, but it's not ladybugs. So we had that in the city, and I suspect we'll end up having that out here the longer we grow this. But here's one asparagus who didn't go to flower. Oh, this guy here. You can see, oh, looks like asparagus. So the goal is to be able to harvest some of this next year. We learned asparagus is very picky with its soil, so you're supposed to try and keep out all the other weeds and things that grow out of there. You may have noticed we have done a poor job of that in some spots. This is parsley, but it has joined the asparagus patch. But asparagus seems to be doing okay for now. These are green beans. This is pole green beans, pole style, so they grow nice and tall. You can see this bush itself is about as tall as I am. If we had trellis all the way up, it would be taller, but it's fallen over itself a little bit. This is our apple tree that we transplanted. It is not looking good. We pulled it out of the ground just the other day. It is looking crispy, so hopefully we can save it. It wasn't doing well in its spot anyway, but we'd like to try and keep it from dying. Over here we've got our, duck run in progress. We're not done. That might be obvious how it's just some steel tubes. So more to come on the duck run another day. Yeah, we're going to put a fence around some of this area so that the ducks can get out here and eat the pests and do what they do with slugs and things, so that we don't have to worry about slugs eating our plants. So here's more chives, little sunflowers, some Thai pepper in the back here. These are just little tiny red peppers. Yeah. As we're gonna look at the other side of the yard, we've got duckies. Hey duckies. Hey ducks. These are the runner ducks. I think they're what, about 6 weeks old now? 5 or 6 weeks old. So 5 weeks this week. So getting close to being able to live outside permanently. This is the duck house. We put some vent holes across the top. I'm an expert at making sure I go in a straight line, as you can tell. So, but the vent hole in here, a mixture of everything. So we've got carrots and beets in here. We've got a trailing cucumber growing out of the box, trying to escape, but I think it's forgotten that it actually has roots, can't get anywhere. We've got some marigolds, more marigolds. Look at that, some onion, marigolds, a single daikon radish, sharing the space with some mushrooms, beets. This is a beet back here, the red veins. Beets. This one over here, behind it, that is a
lemon balm.
lemon balm. We had that in the chicken run, and chicken said, "Thanks for the snack," and ate it all up. So then we pulled it out so that we could let it regrow, and it has. This is the second time they've eaten it up. This guy here in this pot, this is another bee balm. It has since flowered and committed itself for the end of the season. We'll focus here.
Divide it.
Cindy's going to divide it. It's pretty much taken over the pot. It's ready for a be split up and find some new home. Some more flowers and things in here. Cindy's doing her best to keep the white cabbage moths and other bugs out of this box, which has got looks like broccoli, kale, and some lettuces. We have this purple kale, which this is the stem, and it is probably 6 feet tall now. This is something the chickens really enjoy to eat. One of their favorite treats. So we grow up pretty much just for them at this point. It's very hardy, and this one has avoided the aphids for the most part, not quite. We've got aphids on the side over here. You can see the aphids. Those are all those buggies on it. So that'll be something we give the chickens. And then we've got a second stock of purple kale growing up right here. Also had aphids, so trying to get those aphids dealt with so they don't end up on other plants. Oh, spiderweb. I'll walk through a spiderweb. But this one also has aphids. Let's see, it's got a nice little pile of bugs right here. So the chickens love kale, and turns out they love aphids. So it's like a win-win for them. But we don't like having aphids on our plants. A little window box for our little garden cabin. Over here, again, trying to keep the buggies out. Trying to grow some cabbages. There's some beet starts in there. Some really small beet starts. Cabbages. And maybe some turnips. Again, this bed has been unluckily plagued by some pests. That leaf over there has got so much water. This bed over here. Oh! Tripped on something. Okay, don't worry about me. Our last zucchini plant, hopefully to get one zucchini. Right here. One zucchini. You can do it. We've got over here, we've got celery. Celery. And then berries, blackberries and raspberries in here. So don't worry, there's not, this is basically just a trellis. There's nothing here. We've got some lilies here. I believe they're lilies. They were planted here before we got here. Another rose bush. And then the rose bush that was here when we got here. I've had to keep this thing trimmed up. It grows along the side of the house. Look at this. Oh, cucumbers. Look at this guy. Cucumber plant. Doesn't know where it's going. You got half the plant running away. You got half the plant climbing up the moon gate here. Oh. And then over here, we've got zinnias. Same as from the other side of the yard. Those are cool. And then a hearty fuchsia right here. That's what I said.
Okay.
A Hardy fuchsia. Hummingbirds really like it. Another cucumber plant climbing up. Our little grass patch that we planted. Grass and clover that we planted. This apple tree that will be probably cut down or mostly cut down next year. We'll see. And then hydrangea. And mint. It's growing a little crazy. And some primrose here. Melon sage. Melon sage. And it gets red flowers. And the hummingbirds like this too. We like the hummingbirds. The hummingbirds like us back. So, and then hosta. Who does like the hosta? You know whose favorite thing the hosta is the bunnies. Come over here and munch us down all the time. Got this bush here. I have no idea what it is. It was here when we moved in. It gets pink flowers on it. And then down here, while it may seem like nothing is down there, I can hear birds all the time scratching and digging through there for seeds, grubs, whatever else they're looking for. I do hear them all the time when I'm in my office because this window, this shrub is right outside the window to the office. Well, thanks for coming on my garden tour with Cindy and I. We're gonna get this posted and set up for you guys so you can see some of the stuff we're working with here as we come to the end of the summer, beginning of fall, and try and just keep you guys updated on the things that we're growing and how it's going. Thanks, everyone.